And it's recording now.
All right.
And now it is.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Paolo Montalban, who was the Great Kung Lao in the show Mortal Kombat Conquest. Paolo, let me be the first of many fans to say thank you for doing this interview.
Thank you so much, Brian, and thank you so much to the Mortal Kombat Conquest fans out there that have kept us alive in your hearts, in your minds. It's good to see y'all.
And a lot of fans have been asking me, are you going to interview Paolo? Are you going to interview anyone from Conquest other than Chris Casamassa and Adani Moropis and Dana He?
But those are some heavy hitters. I mean, literally heavy hitters.
Yeah, especially Chris.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, did you see what the '95 movie?
The original one?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I mean, that was like that was one that started it all, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. And that axe kick that you see that Chris did on Lyndon Ashby,
Yeah.
that actually connected and hit him right in the kidney.
What? Are you serious? And they kept it? But did they keep it? Did they keep that
Yeah.
tick and use it in the show?
Yeah, and they used it in the movie.
Oh my God, that's
and
amazing.
Later on, when like they were doing other scenes, Lyndon was urinating blood for about a week or so.
Oh my goodness. Well, I believe it. Listen, when you're doing an action show like that, when you're doing a martial arts show like that, you're gonna get tagged. You know what I mean? That's the term
Mm-hmm.
that the
It's part of the risk.
guys say. Yeah, exactly.
You do sign a waiver, like you do sign your life away when you agree to do something martial arts related.
Actually,
because
I don't actually remember signing any waiver if we were gonna get it, but I think it was just implicit in the understanding that.
Well, in movies you do, but
yeah,
for Jean-Claude Van Damme, you definitely have to.
Absolutely.
Or Bruce Lee when he was alive.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And I suppose my first question is, how did you get the role of Kung Lao?
Yeah, so I got the role because the executive producer, Larry Kazanoff, Lawrence Kazanoff is his full name, but we call him Larry. He was actually holding auditions in New York, and I auditioned for him like 5 times, and there were a couple auditions toward the end where it was just me and him in the room, and he had like a big TV camera or movie camera, I don't know, but it wasn't just like a camcorder essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was like his version of doing a New York test, and he was like essentially directing me and talking to me about the character, and then we were working the character on camera, and then they flew me out to LA to do a test.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was like the equivalent of a chemistry test, because Christina Loken and Daniel Bernhardt were also there too, and I got to actually audition with them doing a scene, the 3 of us in the room together. And there was another guy who was there who's going in for Kung Lao, and I guess he also went in with them. To be quite honest with you, Brian, I think I got the part because I'm tall, and it ended up being a really tall cast. I mean, it's just a tall cast. They were a cast of giants, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel was 6'3" or 6'4", something like that, and Christina's 6 feet, and Jeff is also 6 feet, and Bruce Locke is also 6 feet. So we were all kind of like tall Mortal Kombat folks.
Yeah, and and Chris is also, I think, 6 feet.
Yeah, I mean, these are giant people doing incredible martial arts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. What style of martial arts have you studied?
So I studied a bit of judo in college. So I actually didn't study a whole bunch of the striking martial arts. I did some karate. That's literally, when I was growing up, there were all the different styles. It was just like karate when I was growing up in Jersey City. But when we were doing the show, I was working with J.J. Perry and
Mhm.
Chris Lepps a lot, and they, JJ is Taekwondo and Chris is Wallum Kung Fu, so it's a little bit of a hybrid of those two
Mhm.
martial arts, especially because those two martial arts look particularly good on camera. You know,
Yeah.
camera really likes the sweeping motions of them.
Um, did the did you envision the series to end differently?
Yeah, I envisioned the series to go for another second season. So that was
So if the
that was
fans
one.
and Jeff,
Sorry.
Jeff and the fans also wanted that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
please,
mean, well, it's not only that we wanted it, we were fully expecting it, and maybe that was a bit of hubris on my part, or a little bit of expectation on the cast's part. But for all intents and purposes, they told us that we would be having a second season. If they told us we were going to not have a second season, I would have probably taken one of my Kung Lao outfits home with me. That's for sure.
mm,
Um,
um,
that'd be nice
which
to
wasn't that
have that
much.
hanging up behind me. Yeah, exactly. With like the vest and the armor and the hat and
Oh, speaking of
um,
which, do you have any of the
paraphernalia.
scripts or costumes or props?
Do not. It's probably stored somewhere, like Raiders of the Lost Ark style in some Warner
Yeah.
Brothers, warehouse,
Yeah,
just hanging, glowing. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Or over at Larry's place.
Yeah, probably at Larry's place. It's just like, he's like, which outfit, which character am I going to be today? And he puts it on.
Yeah, because a lot of yeah, that outfit for the first part of Warrior Eternal was
Yeah,
actually modeled after the Kung Lao outfit from Mortal Kombat 3.
yeah. What's interesting to me about that, and to be quite honest with you, before I grew up playing the Mortal Kombat upright video game, right? Did
Hmm.
you also play the upright, or are you
Yeah,
too
I
young for
played
that?
it. That I played that back in '92
Okay,
when I was
great.
6 years old.
All right, same here. I mean, like I would literally like sometimes cut class in college to go play Mortal Kombat. Sometimes, not too much, but most of the time I would go after class. But I'm saying is that like that was my pastime. I love playing like video games in the arcade, like the legit arcade. Um, and back then, I mean, obviously Kung Lao was not in the original Mortal Kombat video
Right,
game, right? So when he did come out, there was no in Mortal Kombat 2, there was no history on Kung Lao. There was no history about like the Great Kung Lao versus Kung Lao, right?
right.
So when we did the movie, I thought the Kung Lao I was playing, was the Kung Lao from the video game. But
Yeah,
actually, it was he was the ancestor of his, which is why I guess I
yeah,
didn't get to wear the classic Kung Lao outfit with the hat and the vest, throughout
yeah.
the
The
series.
majority of the show. Some
Yeah.
people like to say they only dress up when they go to the
Oh, for the
tournament.
tournament, right? Oh, that makes total sense. That makes total
Yeah.
sense. But it would have been kind of nice to dress up, throughout the entire series. That would have been
Yeah,
kind of
but
cool.
it's like going to a wedding and stuff like that. You want to look your best.
That's true. That's true. The ceremony of it, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, and in a sense, the Mortal Kombat tournament is like a type of ceremony,
Oh,
like
absolutely,
is very ceremonious. Like,
absolutely. I mean, it's the the fate of Earth and
yeah,
at stake. So put on your Sunday
yeah,
best, I suppose.
yeah, yeah. And back then, they men actually did wear hats to
Oh,
church and
that's
stuff
true.
like.
That is absolutely
So
true.
wear your Sunday best
Yeah,
because Earth is counting on you.
that's true. That's true.
What are your favorite moments from the show?
Ah, favorite moments from the show. Well, listen, listen. I would be lying if I didn't say, and gosh, this is going to come awfully. But I got to work with an extremely attractive cast of people. Okay,
Hmm.
and not just attractive, but also extremely talented cast of people. So you have those two things, um, and coming to work every day doesn't seem like you're coming to work. You know
I
what I mean?
know, like
Does that make sense?
coming to a friend's house to go like play and hang out with your best
Yeah,
friend,
yeah, exactly.
and you get paid doing it.
And you get paid doing it. No, but on top of that, really, the like one of my favorite things about the show was being able to, ah, you know, to sit in Kung Lao's character over 22 episodes and really kind of build out what his life was like, what those pressures meant of about, you know, potentially not seeing his friends survive him because he'd have to live, you know, to the next Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and
There were a
I
lot.
think
There were a lot
be
of.
happening. Go ahead.
Right. No.
I think that was going to happen in the second season. Like Kung Lao was gonna like they were gonna come back, and Kung Lao was gonna like Zero and Taju were gonna die of old age.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude,
And the next tournament comes, and Kung Lao fights Goro and is killed.
hentais. Actually, I think somebody told me that's actually how it was going to turn out. It was going to turn out that it was going to be a 2-season show. So they were going to bring it back for the second season, and they were going to complete the series after 2 seasons. I didn't actually know what the ending was going to be, but yeah, I mean, beside the fact that Shang Tsung and his minions from Outworld were constantly trying to kill Kung Lao, there was this kind of
Yeah.
underlying thread that he has, like the fate of Earth in, you know, on his conscience, and the weight of wondering whether or not he's gonna see his friends to the end of it. You know,
Mm,
things that
yeah.
we don't usually think about as regular human beings. So it was
Yeah.
nice playing bigger than that.
Yeah. Did you know that the Great Kung Lao, like when they did the comic books, like he was actually bald.
Oh yeah, I totally saw that. I'm so glad that I didn't have to shave my head. I would
Yeah.
have.
For you to
I
say,
would have.
Jeff had to shave his.
I know exactly. But Jeff didn't mind it so much because we were
Yeah.
shooting in Florida and it was hot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was in Florida back in 2019. That was the last time I was down there.
Oh, you're a lot sooner than, like, literally 20 years after we shot it.
Yeah, but I wasn't in Orlando
Oh,
though,
okay.
because I know the locations where it was filmed, like the
The back lot
split.
of
Yeah.
MGM Disney, or was MGM Disney. I don't
Yeah.
know which Disney they
It's
call it now.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge now.
Oh, Star Wars. Oh, cool. Oh, that's
Hmm.
fantastic. So is there? I imagine there must be something on the sound stages. Did they put a ride there in the sound stages where we shot, or is it like an
It's
experience?
possible.
Hmm.
Because I don't know where the sound stages were when I went there back in '92. I mean '93 when I first went to Disney World.
Sure.
But I do remember where Mirage Studios is, stuff like that, because I have pictures.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Those are in photo albums up in storage.
Nice.
And also, there's also the Splendid China theme park.
Yes, we actually shot in Splendid China. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it said in credits.
that's right. That's right.
Um, like what
The final
locations were there?
episode. Sorry.
The final, like what parts of the set were Splendid China? Like,
Oh, it was anytime you saw, like, it looked like an exterior shot where looks like there were like a mountainous region or something like that.
mm,
That was Splendid China. So a lot of the last 2 episodes we shot at Splendid China, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like Vengeance and stuff like that.
Yes.
Series finale, unfortunately.
I know. It was just supposed to be the season finale. Oh well.
Yeah, and
Great experience though.
Yeah, a lot of fans, when we watched that episode, we are introduced to Kung Lao's medal for winning Mortal Kombat.
I'm sorry,
I
say again.
was- Um, I've noticed that and a lot of Mortal Kombat fans noticed that Kung Lao's medal for winning Mortal Kombat was first shown in that episode. Why, and it wasn't introduced when Kung Lao was coming back from winning the tournament.
I have no idea. There's literally one of those details that I personally missed, and so I'm so impressed that you and the fans totally caught that.
Yeah.
Um, I actually, you know what, Brian, I actually might have that medallion somewhere. I didn't realize that it was that it was that at the time. I just thought it was, part of the.
Just a simple prop.
Exactly.
I have my
Somewhere,
Mortal Kombat
somewhere in
medal
the.
right here.
Yeah, let me see yours again. Show it to all of us.
Well, it's just a
Oh,
simple necklace.
oh, that's a lot more impressive than the prop that I have. I'll be quite honest with you. There's a
Yeah, because
reason why they
it's more
call it
deep.
TV magic. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh, that's
when I
really
was doing
cool.
my interviews earlier, like early interviews,
Yeah.
I would wear this.
Oh,
But I
that's
just,
fantastic. You got to let me know where you got that. I want to get
I
one.
actually bought it on Amazon,
Oh, that's so cool. I
and
love
it
it.
came, and it was like 9.99 or something like that.
What a bargain.
Yeah,
I love it.
ordered it a few years ago after Christmas. Yeah, I'll fix that later on.
All right.
Yeah, I also have Shinnok's amulet right here, right next to my Funko Pops. I also have another one in this box.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, let's see here. How much of the fighting did you actually do in the show?
I did uh I would say 25% of the fighting.
Mm,
And it was twofold, okay?
mm-hmm.
It's twofold because first of all, these are martial artists who've been doing it all their lives. So we cannot, the stunt guys, right? So we have to give them props for like the the skill set that they've done. And our responsibility as a show was to give you, the fans, the most authentic fight scenes that we could possibly give you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the real reasons why all of us, why a lot of the main characters weren't able to do as many of their actual martial arts in the shoot, is because of the timing of between shooting between the first unit and the action unit, the second unit. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So,
because um, like one, for instance, if you were doing a stunt and you ended up with a shiner, like
oh,
for the next,
yeah,
well,
yes,
people
yeah. I
would
mean,
wonder what happened.
right,
Like, how did
exactly.
we get that?
I mean,
Like,
well, there's that. There is that. I mean, that does happen, and sometimes you do get tagged, like we were talking about earlier on. Um, but it's actually, we only had like 7 days to shoot each episode, and we would have to shoot all of the acting scenes as well as the action scenes at the same time. So we were shooting two units simultaneously, and so if you weren't working on an acting scene, they would pull you, and then you go to the action unit, and then learn the choreography or whatever choreography they needed you for, and then you do the fight, and then they'd send you back to the um, to the first unit.
yeah, first unit ended like is acting, second unit
Is
martial art,
action.
the fighting
Exactly.
scenes.
Exactly. Right. So like
Yeah, no,
you have like Daniel Bernhardt, who is a proficient martial artist, and
mm,
he did a lot of his own stunts, a lot of his own martial arts, but he couldn't do 100% of them because he had to be in scenes. You know what I mean?
yeah. So JJ probably did some of his stunts.
Yeah. No. Well, listen, JJ and Chris did all of theirs. stunts, unless there was like unless there was some kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to it because I wasn't there 100% of the time. You know, I wasn't
Mhm.
on the action unit set. But unless there was like some specialized stunt that involved something where they obviously couldn't put JJ or Chris's, you know, safety in peril. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That they would actually use a specific stunt guy for that stunt. I think
Yeah.
that's how that worked out. You know, so they didn't
Mhm.
do 100% of their stunts either, is my guess. I don't know. You'd have to
Yeah.
ask, right?
Yeah.
What did Chris say? Did Chris say that he did on like every single stunt that
I
he did
didn't
on?
ask him that,
Oh, okay.
but I know Dana did some of Christina's stunts.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, she did stunts for the movies too.
Yes. Well, I mean, she's like amazing, you know. So
Mm.
there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, and over the years, she actually put on a few pounds. And she
All
said
right.
that she actually has the Sion costume, and she
Uh-huh.
said that she's not sure if it'll fit
Well,
nowadays.
that was 20 years ago. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. I think that we'd all, you can't hold it against us for not being able to fit in our costumes from 20 years ago.
Yeah. I can actually speak from experience because when I was in high school,
Hmm.
I was a string bean.
Ah, and now you
Now,
filled out. See, now you're a man.
yeah.
That's good.
And I wasn't able to grow this beard back when I was in high school.
I still can't. I still can't grow a beard, Brian. I've been trying. Trying for a long time.
Mm, uh, let's see here. Do you have a picture of you wearing the Kung Lao outfit
I
from
I do.
before your return?
I don't have it with me. And I don't even know if I have it scanned on my laptop. I'm sure it is somewhere. But I do have, snapshots. I had a point and shoot camera that I had on set, and so there are some nice memories there.
Yeah, like one of those disposable cameras.
No, no, no. It was a
Oh,
good point and shoot camera.
oh,
I had.
like what I have right in my over on the other side of my room. I have a Nikon Coolpix L340.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like one of those. But I mean, literally, just like press a button. There was no zoom on it or anything like that. But
Mm.
it had a great lens.
Yeah, just point and click.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Perfect for me.
Yeah, for on-set photography.
Why do you ask if I had any pictures from the time?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen them like on your old website.
Oh, okay, got it. Right. Yeah, I mean, but obviously that was before we had cell phones and
Digital
whatnot.
camera.
So yeah, exactly. So the internet. So we did have the internet.
Like those old film cameras.
Yeah, yeah.
You would
That's
have to
exactly
go
what it was.
to
It was a film camera.
Walmart. Yeah, you would have to go to Walmart to get developed,
Uh huh.
or Walgreens,
Or put it in an envelope and mail it off and get it back in 3 weeks.
or a few hours.
Yeah, exactly.
um, yeah. Were you a fan of the games before you did the show? And are you a fan of? Are you still a fan?
I'm a fan. I was a fan of the games before I did the show. I was a fan of the games after I did the show. Most recently, I have not been keeping up to date on the newest console releases of
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat. I mean, I've got it downloaded on my phone, but that's not the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the mobile version.
Yeah. It's just, it doesn't have that visceral effect. I mean, I like the X-ray effect that they have, like when you're breaking bones or doing fatalities or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I miss. Listen, I was such a fan of the game that I would get the the I forget the name of the series, but they were like game guides. They gave you the moves, you know,
Oh,
the move
strategy guide.
system. Sorry.
Like the strategy
Yeah,
guides.
the
Like
strategy guides. Exactly, exactly. So
I actually have my fair share.
yeah, all right. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
I would know every move. I would know the combos. I knew the fatalities, the babalities, the friendships. Um,
Mhm.
the special pit fatalities.
Yeah, the stage fatalities.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I was actually waiting to, you know, to be able to get one of the newest consoles and have my first like copy in a long time be that.
Yeah.
So it'll be like almost like a traveling through time.
Yeah. And speaking of that's actually one of the premises for the new one. Like you see like Revenant Kung Lao, and you see a younger Kung Lao,
Right.
and they can't hurt each other. Like the Revenant version can't hurt the younger one because that'll affect him.
The time stream, that's hilarious. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
and I'm surprised that they didn't go time like the time cop style of like the space time continuum.
I
Like
mean, it's always like I always feel like that's hard subject matter to address for a director in
mhm,
storytelling because what ends up happening is that you end up having like plot holes and
yeah,
and it also makes it hard to future proof the franchise for other movies. I mean, Back to the Future had to really had to like kind of do somersaults to work their way around that.
yeah. And speaking of Back to the Future, I have my copy right here.
Nice, nice. I love your collection. That's
Yeah, I
great.
have over 800 Blu-rays.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I have more than that on DVD, more DVDs. In fact, I just got the movie Evolution today.
Cool. Cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Is that it? I don't know. We were having such a good time.
Oh, here's one.
Okay.
Do you still keep in contact with Christina or Daniel?
I do not. Unfortunately, I do not. But I do see them in the movies. Did you see Daniel in well, first of all, did you see him in John Wick?
No, I haven't seen any of the John Wick
Oh,
movies.
you got to check out the John Wick movies. Brian, if you like martial arts and you like real time martial arts, you got to see those John Wick movies. You got to get on top of that.
Yeah,
Check it out. Check it out. Daniel's in that, and
yeah,
he has a
no,
really great fight scene with Keanu. So
yeah, and Jeff was in the Taken television series.
yes, 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 yes.
2020.
Exactly, exactly.
And Christina hasn't been doing a lot of stuff.
Well, Christina is she got married. I know she got married. She fell in love, and I'm so happy for her. So I don't know if she's, her dad had a farm in New York.
Yeah, I know
So
exactly where it is. I've been
yeah.
there.
Oh, you've been there, the apple
Yeah,
farm. I've always
yeah.
wanted to go.
That's
So I
actually
don't.
where she got married too.
Is there? Yeah, I do know that. I do know that. Um.
And it's actually not that far from where I live.
Oh, really?
Kent is not like a 45-minute
It's
like
cool. You
drive
should
from
get your
here.
apples from her all the time. Maybe you could drop by and see if she's like tending the farm over there.
Well,
Um.
it's actually her family sold it to someone else.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I do have a couple of movies that Christina's in.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't she great in Terminator?
Mm-hmm. As the
Amazing. Yeah,
Terminatrix.
as the Terminator, right? Exactly. Yeah,
And I
she's
also have, I think it's on this shelf. I have another shelf over by my closet. Yeah, it's over there.
hmm.
But I also have the movie Blood Rain.
Blood Rain. Oh, right. Yeah, she was great in that too. She was great in
Mm-hmm.
that too.
I'm
Um. So I have been keeping in touch with Bruce and
mm-hmm.
occasionally get to talk to Jeff. And we're working on something, maybe a little
Yeah,
something, something little special for the fans. I'll just put
and
that out there as a teaser.
um, yeah, and also yeah, Jeff said that he's actually going to put in a good word for me with Bruce, like
Oh,
to
cool. Yeah, yeah.
help me land an interview with him.
That'd be great. He's really busy right now,
Yeah,
so maybe it'd be best to catch him after March.
yeah,
I think would be the best thing.
and well, I'll just stop the recording right now.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for doing the interview.
Oh, you're quite welcome, Ryan. Thanks for having me.